have people all over. That's why you can go to South America and they rock with you because that's your people. Puerto Rico, that's your people. You can go all the way to Iran and you'll see your people in the ghetto in Iran. You'll see your people in the ghetto in Iraq. You see what I'm saying? So you can ask some of these military people when they go to war, when they went to war in the Middle East, they was going through some of the villages and they'll be going through a certain area and they'll start seeing people that look like them. Never knowing that they had people over there. Cause you over here in America, you're in the bubble. This is Babylon the Great. It's to keep you not knowing. Because we're not the people that God made us to be. This is not us. You know what I'm saying? This is not how when he created us, we weren't living here. We didn't have the same customs that we have like today. Birthdays, Easter, Christmas. We want to celebrate those. We follow all the things that God told us to do in the Bible. Watch this, read this.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
Do y'all know who Jeremiah is? Jeremiah, do you know who he is? You ever heard in the Bible, the book of Jeremiah? Okay, so is he a man of God? He got a book written about him in the Bible. Yes, he's a man of God. You see what I'm saying? Read it again. Watch this.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So this is God speaking to Jeremiah. He said, you're gonna discontinue. Do y'all know what it means to discontinue from something? Stop doing it. You see what I'm saying? He said, Jeremiah, you're gonna discontinue, meaning stop doing.
From thine heritage that I gave thee.
Meaning the things that you ate, clothes you wore, the customs that you kept, that's a heritage. So he told Jeremiah that he's going to discontinue from his heritage, which what?
That I gave thee.
That what he gave him, because God gave us this heritage. It came from the Lord. You see what I'm saying? That I gave thee. Watch this, read.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
He said, I'm going to cause you, Jeremiah, to serve your enemies in the land that you know not. Did Jeremiah ever go to a land that he knew not? Did he forget who he was as a people, his heritage? He didn't. That means he's going to be back here again. And him and his people was going to forget who they were. And they're going to forget their heritage. And they're going to serve their enemies in their enemies' land. You see what I'm saying? So who's those people today? We're looking at y'all. Do the white man know who he come from? Do the white man know where he come from? The white man that he in America, the white man in Russia, the white man in Europe. Do they know where they come from as a people? Do they know where they come from as a people? Like, do they know where their origin, where they originated from, what country they come from? The white man don't know that? Y'all tell me the white man don't know where he come from? They do know where they come from. That's my point. I just want to see if y'all know. You see what I'm saying? Do the Chinese man know where he come from? The Japanese man, do he know where he come from? How about the Arab man? The African man that's over in Africa? Do he know where he come from? What about us over here in America? Where y'all come from?
Some of us confused.
Some of us confused? I say pretty much majority. We're not confused, but the majority of our people is confused. Why? Read it again. Read from the top again. Jeremiah 17:4.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest is not.
What people is serving their enemies in the land that they never knew about? Us. He's talking to you. You see what I'm saying? That's the point. He ain't talking to nobody else.
That's right.
He's talking to you. He ain't talking to the white man. He ain't talking to the Chinese man, the Arab man. No, he's talking to you. Because you are the ones over here suffering. You the ones, Sonia Massey. It just happened. Rasheem Carter. You see what I'm saying? George Floyd. He's talking to you because you the one over here suffering. Read on.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
And that's why he said, that's why he did it. He said, because you have kindled a fire in my anger, meaning we made the Lord mad. You see what I'm saying? Read on.
Which shall burn forever.
Which shall what?
Burn forever.
So forever is today, right? So when you see Sonia Massey's happen, now we don't condone it. We love our sister, but we understand that who's the author behind that. You see what I'm saying? He said, you have kindled a fire in my anger which shall burn forever. Then you see George Floyd. The Lord allowed that. You see what I'm saying? Because he says it's going to burn forever until we get our minds right. Give me Proverbs 1:20. So we don't know the Lord. They gave us a God, right? What's your name? Rick. What's your name, sis? Deborah. Deborah and Rick. They gave us, they taught us the God that didn't exist. You see what I'm saying? We don't know that the Lord, as long as we obedient to the Lord, he got our back. You see what I'm saying? But anytime we go outside of the covenant of the Lord, all bets are off. Anything can happen. Watch this, read.
The book of Proverbs chapter 1 verse 20. Wisdom crieth out without, and she uttereth her voice in the streets.
So when you read the Bible is wisdom. It says, what we have to realize, these are just not regular words. These are the words of the Lord. It's power behind these words because the Lord gave these words. You see what I'm saying? So when they come out, it's a spirit that's behind them. Why? Because you got the angels that's here witnessing what's going on. They work through the Lord. They're here. You can't see them, but they're out here making moves. You see what I'm saying? Watch this. Read it from the top again.
Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concord.
Where everybody at? Watch this. Read.
In the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones?
He's talking about us. He said, how long, ye simple ones? The Lord calling us simple. How long, you simple ones? Read.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Will we love simplicity? When they come with like he said, y'all simple, y'all love simplicity. Like they come with you like they give you these wicked holidays. And what we don't know, these these holidays here to get you to do? Yeah, money. It's money behind it, but it's to bring you into idolatry.
That's right.
All these holidays, you're following a false god.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You're following a false god. You know what Christmas, what's that about? Santa Claus. Who is Santa Claus? Do you know that's have a close resemblance to Satan?
Right.
Santa Claus, Satan. You see what I'm saying? And that's going back to Nimrod. Yeah, it goes back to Nimrod. That's that custom was around in the book of Genesis. You ever knew, for instance, when the Lord flooded the earth, you ever notice how all different nations follow some sort of Christmas? In a way, it might be a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because do y'all know have any understanding of the Bible when when God flooded the earth? So do you remember they was trying to build that tower to Babel? I mean, they're trying to build a tower to get to the heavens. They wanted to overthrow the Lord. The other nations did. And so those customs that they had were back then. And you had all nations gathered together. So when God divided the earth and split up the languages, they all went to certain places. But what they took with them was that particular custom. You see what I'm saying? That's why back then, to this day, they still do it. Because I'm going to tell you something. When you go to these other nations, like the red dot stuff, Elam, we call them Elam, because we know who they are biblically. It speaks about our own nationalities in the Bible. It tells you when they came into existence. But the white man has changed the name like he changed our name. He didn't just change our name. He changed the names of them. So you can't really put two and two together to see what the Lord is talking about. Because the Lord is bringing judgment on some of these people. He speaks about it, about prophecy. The Bible is a book of prophecy, meaning it hasn't been done yet, but the Lord spoke it and it's going to happen. Why is it going to happen?
Because the Lord spoke it.
Because he spoke it, and the angels make sure it get done.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like, he come and put it on the mind. These other nations don't have any strength against the Lord. The Lord make him, man, do what he want to do. He don't care what nation you are. You see what I'm saying? The Lord make you do what he said he wanted you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like the World War III. It's going to happen because the Lord spoke it. You see what I'm saying? So my point is, these other nations, they ain't new. We ain't new. We've been around. And that's why the same thing we going through, the oppression we going through in captivity, we went through it before. You know what I'm saying? And so the Chinese had us in captivity before. The Arabs had us in captivity. We've been in captivity under all nations. I'm going to let y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Before the white man, before the transatlantic slave trade, you had the sub-Saharan slave trade, where we was in Africa, and they were taking us to China. You know what I'm saying? We got people in Iran. Don't y'all know y'all got people scattered through the four corners of the earth? That's right. Iraq. You got people in Iraq. You know what I'm saying? You just over here. You see what I'm saying? But you got people in China. You got people in Vietnam. That's your people in South America. Come a little closer, y'all. Deborah and Rick. Watch this, Rick. And watch this, Deborah. Watch this. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations.
What God gonna do?
Scatter you among the nations.
Among the nations. I mean the other nationalities, the other races. Let's bring that up to date. The other races. God said he gonna scatter us among the races. We have people all over. That's why you can go to South America and they rock with you because that's your people. Puerto Rico, that's your people. You can go all the way to Iran and you'll see your people in the ghetto in Iran. You'll see your people in the ghetto in Iraq. You see what I'm saying? You can ask some of these military people when they go to war, when they went to war in the Middle East, they was going through some of the villages and they'll be going through a certain area and they'll start seeing people that look like them. Never knowing that they had people over there. Because you over here in America, you're in the bubble. This is Babylon the Great. It's to keep you not knowing. Like you can go to Europe now, you can see the statues and the pictures of black people that ruled Europe for 1,000 years. Did y'all know that blacks ruled Europe for 1,000 years? The Moors. That's your people. Well, you know what they call that? The Dark Ages. The Dark Ages. That's what they call it. The Dark Ages. Because why? Because blacks ruled. What about the Knights? You ever thought about that word Knights? When they had the metal on? Why didn't they call them Knights? Because they were dark. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? But you don't know that because they got you over here in the bubble. They took you, but you know what happened? Y'all know what happened to them during that time? The Lord, because we was ruling over there, and our brothers, which is these bottom 10 tribes right here, 9 tribes. They were ruling over here. They had this land over here. And we was over there. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi was over there. Because you have to get an understanding of the Bible, find out we split from them. But they went into idolatry and started going against the Lord. So we cut them off. The Lord said, leave them alone. You see what I'm saying? And eventually they went into captivity under Assyrians. See, this is Bible history. You see what I'm saying? They went into captivity. We didn't go into captivity at that time. They went into captivity. And later on, we went into captivity when the Babylonians conquered. So the Babylonians conquered them. You see what I'm saying? So you had a change of hands. You had first you had the Assyrians, which are they look more Middle Eastern, like Syria. You know what I mean? They look more Middle Eastern, a cross between white and Middle Eastern. And then you have Babylonians. Y'all know who the Babylonians are? The Ethiopians, which were African nations. So you had a change of hand. You had Assyria, which conquered them. Then you had the Babylonians that came along and then conquered all of us because we all started going off. And then, so when they conquered them, when they had a war, when they conquered the Babylonians conquered the Assyrians, so they took the Assyrians captives, which was the northern kingdom, and took us as well. You see what I'm saying? Then the Persians came and conquered the Babylonians, and God put it on them to let us go free and rebuild. So they let us free, right? But these tribes right here, the northern kingdom, which was Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, all the way down, they didn't do what the Lord told them to do. They actually came over here to America. All this is in the Bible. Right. We stayed over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's all this in the Bible. That's in 2nd Ezra 13. See, this is all history that they took from us. You see what I'm saying? Everything I just brought up to you is biblical. Let's read 4:27. Watch that. Read it.
And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number.
He said he's going to scatter us among the nations. We shall be left few in number. Read.
And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen.
Among who?
Among the heathen.
So if you're not a part of this, you are a heathen. Right. God calls you a heathen or a stranger. Or in some parts, call them a dog. Okay. Read. A heathen would be another nation. The nation. Sometimes they call it the nation. Sometimes they call it the heathen. You see what I'm saying? Not a part of the family. God, these are the only people God is concerned about. You see what I'm saying? Read.
Whither the Lord shall lead you, and there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear, nor eat nor smell.
You see what God said we're going to serve when he scattered us among the. Read that part again. He said he'll scatter you among the what?
And shall scatter you among the nations. And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, where the Lord shall lead you. And there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands.
And there, once you get to those, when I scatter you and you be serving these heathen, you shall serve gods. He said the work of men's hands. You ever seen that Buddha statue? Is that a god? No. Men made it, right? He said the work of men's hands, that's what you're going to serve. Read that part again.
And there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands.
Because somebody had to make that God. You see what I'm saying? Read.
Wood and stone.
Some of them going to be wood, some of them going to be stone, right? Read.
Which neither see nor hear.
That ain't real. He said they don't neither see nor hear because they just a stone or some wood. Read.
Nor eat nor smell. But if from thence thou shalt seek the Lord thy God.
He said, and from thence, when you get there, you shall seek the Lord thy God. Read on. He said, that's when you're going to come back to me. Read.
Thou shalt find him.
He said, what? You shall find him. You see how you find him? Because we out here, and we're going to teach y'all. And then the purpose is for you to bring you the brother in, and you bring the sister in. And the brothers come out and teach. And that's how the Lord deals. He ain't coming down here to do it. We got to do it on our own. He put the spirit on us, because at one point in time, you ain't never catch me reading no Bible out here on the street reading the Bible. I said, man, reading the Bible. You know what I mean? I didn't, it ain't that I didn't believe it. I just didn't understand it. So you had to get the understanding to believe in it, right? Read on.
Thou shalt find him if thou seek him with all thy heart.
He said, if you seek me with all your heart, then you going to find me.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.